I am moving and my classroom is a hot mess right now. I have boxes here, I have boxes here, I have stuff everywhere. You can't see all the stuff over there. It is crazy right now, but I am moving. If you're new here, my name is Rachel Vincent. I'm a 4th grade teacher in South Carolina, and I am moving classrooms to a brand new building that they're building over there. It is still under construction. Hopefully it'll be ready in time for school to start. That's what we're being told. But I am having to pack this entire classroom to put it all in the middle of my classroom for somebody or some people to move it over to the new building this summer. I don't really know how it's all gonna go, but I figured I would take you along and kind of show you what it's like to have to pack your entire classroom to move classrooms, because that's the reality of teaching. Sometimes you don't get to stay in the same classroom. All right, just for a little bit of reality, like this is my area that obviously is not packed, but still a hot mess. I have papers that need to go home. I have all sorts of things I'm still grading. I have things I'm giving away. I have boxes that I need to pack. And then here's our classroom library that's been packed up in all of these boxes, empty tubs, all this stuff I'm still going through. And then kid stuff randomly in there. And then we have all of these boxes that have been packed. And these are empty that I need to fill. So that's a Goodwill box right there. So yeah, that's where I'm at. In case you're wondering, it is the last full week of school. We have 3 full days and 2 half days left, and I have to be done by then. Most of my cabinets are empty. That is my goal for today, is to get the rest of my cabinets empty so that the 3rd grade teacher who's moving into this room can bring in stuff if she wants to, then to really start working on my area, because I really haven't touched that because I've needed most of it. So what I have tried to do is go through a lot of my stuff and reorganize it, because I feel like I'm a pretty organized person, and I have started a donation Goodwill box. I have a things I'm selling, which I've actually already sold quite a bit, and then my giveaway to the students. Let me show you what I've done with that. So like I said, this was a snack parents sent in, and I'm using it. This is my give to Goodwill. And then I made this cabinet. This is one of the first ones I cleaned out. This is my sell things. I sold a couple other things. It was real full, but I sold it on like a Facebook group that we have at in our area. And then this stuff is a giveaway to the students. And so that is happening either today or tomorrow. And then there's a few cabinets, like birthday stuff I need to pack. And so that would be my biggest advice for if you're moving, is to go ahead and have those 3 things. Sections that you're gonna sell, donate, and give to students. Then while they have been doing, most of my packing has happened when they haven't, like after school or during my planning. But this week that was no longer the case. So my students have been helping. They've done things like, they've actually just been helping me normal end of the year stuff, and I'm not really packing. But here's some things that I have them do. They went through and wiped and cleaned up all of our whiteboards. I didn't really need them to do, but one of my students wanted to organize all of the crayons. They went through and tested all of my markers and threw away the ones that don't work, and those are ready to go. And then these are, they've tested these, those are good to go. And so I have a few more that I found that need to be tested to make sure they work, because we don't want any ones that don't work for next year. And then we have a hot mess of broken pencil sharpeners. And so my next project will be having my students sharpen pencils for next year so that I don't have to do that before the first day of school. And I got a brand new pencil sharpener. Let me show you. So I'm so excited about this because, first of all, he's so cute. He is the cutest pencil sharpener I've ever had. And we're gonna need to come up with some sort of name. At first I thought it was battery operated, and I was like, great, I'm gonna have to deal with batteries, but it comes with a charger, and so it's flashing, which lets me know it's charging right now, and then when it's solid, it's fully charged. So once it gets fully charged, I'm gonna show you how it works. Okay, once it stops flashing, that lets us know we are fully charged, and now we're going to test it out. Okay, I have multiple pencils to test it with. I mean, the good old classic Ticonderoga I think is gonna work fine because, you know, it's the best pencil ever. I've got a America's pencil, but it's really dull. it's not focusing. Just trust me, it won't focus. And then I'm going to try it on two types of pencils that have like that plastic wrap on it. Like you can see this one, of course, again, it won't focus, but you can see this one has that like white, it already has the white because this orange plastic has peeled off. It's hard to tell, but that one's really broken off and then this one's just dull. So let's see how it goes. It's my understanding that it's fully automatic. So you just stick it up there and it just goes. So let's try this America's Best with, it's just dull, very dull. Oh my God, can you see how sharp that is? It won't focus. That is so sharp. Okay, that was amazing. So let's try the good old classic Ticonderoga. These are pencils from the end of the year, so they don't have many erasers left. You do have to push it in there to get it going, but that is very sharp. That one's less, so let's just see. I turned it to where it's less. And I think you can actually unplug this because it's starting to charge again. I think it should still work. Let's find out. This is a broken, well, dull, very dull pencil with the plastic wrap. Okay, so you can see, well, you probably can't see because it won't focus. It's not quite as sharp, but it's still pretty sharp. And notice, there's no white left. Let's try the broken one with that big white spot. It came out lovely. And I can see the, like, you know how you can see the plastic come off? Let me zoom in. Can you see it in there? Like the little orange plastic piece that came off, but it didn't get stuck in there, so. Here's to hoping it works well on all those Dollar Tree pencils. But that's quite amazing. Like for crappy pencils at the end of the year with like, actually I do have quite a bit of eraser. That's the only one that doesn't have an eraser, so I'm quite impressed. The students are gonna love this just because it looks like a little robot. I mean, how cute is that? So let me just show you a few extra features on this fun little robot. This is not sponsored, but I do want to thank the company for sending it to me to try out in my classroom. Okay, as you saw, it's fully automatic in and out. So you just push it in there and it goes and pumps it out, which I love because then kids don't sit it in there and like make it just sharpen until it's a nub. It does have a fairly large diameter, so you could use the larger size like primary pencils on it. I already said that I love that it's rechargeable. Then I don't have to worry about having to buy batteries. I can just plug it in when I only have one plug in the back of my classroom, so sometimes I need to have access to all the plugs, and not having to have this plugged in all the time is going to be really nice. So if you're adding something to your Amazon wish list this summer or just want to get one for yourself, I highly recommend it. I'm going to put a link down below in the description for you to snag one of these. They have all sorts of colors. There's even one that has like electronic eyes, so his eyes glow, which I think would be fun too. But I already have trouble with kids wanting to hang out by the pencil sharpener, so I didn't want to make him too enticing. And emptying him, I think, yep. Really easy to empty him out. I'm not gonna empty him now because he's not that full, but I'm gonna have my students name him. He's so cute. I'm hot and sweaty from moving boxes into the correct spot, because on top of the fact that I'm packing, I have to make sure all the boxes are out of the kids' way because we're still schooling. So yeah, I have a few little tips that I thought I'd share with you of packing up a classroom, even if you're moving schools. Number one is label what's in your boxes, so when it's time to unpack, you know what needs to be unpacked first. And then, let me show you. So some of the boxes I like labeled because if it has a variety, or if it just has like all of the same thing. Or if it all, I know everything in this will just come out and go into the back counter because we have the same setup. I took one of my boxes and did not open it up. I taped the bottom, and I taped, this is a poster I no longer want. I put it there because it couldn't close, but inside are my chart papers and my posters so that they stay flat and don't get bent. This is a great idea for if you're moving, like to do pictures as well. Like this is a poster, so it's plastic. I'm not worried about that, but just, I didn't want my chart paper to get messed up and my posters to get messed up, so that's what's all in here. I decided to sit down. I still have more to do. I've got things to take down, but boxes are blocking it, and I just feel like that's gonna be a great half day of school task. Plus I need to get a ladder. I feel like I'm close, but there's still so much to do, but that's part of moving. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I'll probably throw in a couple of clips of what it looks like all finished with everything moved to the middle and ready to go for summer break and somebody else to move it to my new classroom. But if you would like to see some of the things I am thinking about keeping and some of the things that I am no longer doing in my classroom next year because they were a flop this year, check out the video that is on your screens now.